Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, I want to speak directly to the chosen ones. Yes, you. This message is for those who have been quietly waiting, hoping, and preparing for something greater. The gifts you've been praying for, the blessings you've been yearning to receive, are activating right now. That's right. The time you've been waiting for is not in the future. It is now. If you thought your moment would come like a flash of lightning out of nowhere, think again. It's more like the slow and steady dawn that brightens the darkest night, signaling the start of a new day. I know many of you might be wondering, are these gifts really for me? Am I really ready? Let me tell you this. If you're feeling this pull, this stirring inside your heart, then the answer is yes. You've been chosen, and your gifts are activating because your soul has prepared for this moment, even if you didn't realize it. Sometimes, life feels like a long wait, waiting for the right opportunity, the right sign, the right moment. But here's a little secret. The moment doesn't just come knocking politely. Sometimes it pushes, it shakes the door, it shouts through the windows. And if you've been feeling that nudge, that restlessness, that excitement mixed with fear, that's the sign that your gifts are activating. Let me throw in a little humor here. If your spiritual gifts were a smartphone app, this would be the moment it updates with the newest, most powerful features. And you definitely want to hit install on this one because it's packed with blessings that will change your life. But here's the thing. Activation doesn't mean instant transformation. It's a process. Imagine turning on a powerful machine. It doesn't run at full speed immediately. It hums, it warms up, and then it runs with unstoppable force. That's what's happening within you. Your gifts are warming up, activating, and soon they'll propel you toward your true purpose. Now, I promise you, if you stay with me until the end of this video, I will make a sincere prayer for you, asking Allah to open your heart fully, to bless your gifts and to guide you through this activation phase with clarity and strength. Because my dear brothers and sisters, this activation is a blessing, but it's also a responsibility. It calls for patience, faith, and readiness to embrace change. Some days might feel confusing. Some nights might bring questions. But every step forward is a victory. You might be thinking, why me? Why now? But remember, Allah chooses those He knows are ready to carry the light. You have been tested, prepared, and now your time to shine is near. Let me share a quick story. There was a tree that stood in the forest for years, unnoticed. It weathered storms, endured harsh winters, and stayed rooted. One spring, it blossomed with the most beautiful flowers, a sight that stopped travelers in their tracks. The tree was ready. It had waited for its season. You, too, are like that tree. Your gifts are blooming. Your season has come. So, chosen one, don't ignore this message. Don't scroll past it like it's just another video. This is a moment of awakening. A time to listen, reflect, and prepare. And yes, there will be challenges. Activating your gifts means stepping into new roles, facing old fears, and trusting Allah more deeply than ever. But you are not alone in this. You have been chosen, and you are equipped. So, buckle up. The journey ahead is exciting, transformative, and filled with divine light. Stay tuned, because what comes next will help you recognize your readiness and prepare you to fully receive the gifts that are activating within you. When we say your gifts are activating, what does that really mean? These gifts are not just random talents or fleeting moments of inspiration. They are deep, divine blessings planted within your soul, waiting patiently for the right moment to unfold. These gifts can be spiritual strengths, inner wisdom, patience, courage, healing abilities, or a unique way Allah has equipped you to impact the world. Think of these gifts like seeds buried in the earth. They do not sprout just because you want them to. They require the right conditions: water, sunlight, and time. Similarly, your soul must be ready, nurtured, and prepared to receive these gifts fully. Readiness is the secret key that unlocks the power within you. Readiness means more than just feeling eager. It means having the spiritual maturity to handle what comes with these blessings. Sometimes gifts come with tests, responsibilities, or changes you weren't expecting. That's why Allah activates them only when you're ready, so you won't be overwhelmed but empowered.
You might wonder, how do I know if I'm truly ready? Signs of readiness are subtle but unmistakable once you pay attention. Perhaps you've noticed yourself becoming more patient in difficult situations or more compassionate toward others. Maybe your desire to seek knowledge and understand the deeper meanings of life has grown stronger. These are signs your soul is preparing to receive its gifts. Have you ever felt moments of clarity amidst confusion? Times when guidance seemed to come from nowhere? These moments are the early sparks of activation. They invite you to move closer to your purpose. Readiness is also about humility. Gifts given without humility can lead to pride or misuse. But when you embrace your gifts with gratitude and a sincere heart, they become sources of light for yourself and those around you. Let me share an analogy. Imagine you've been training for a marathon. You don't just wake up on race day and suddenly run 60 miles. It takes preparation, endurance, and gradual strengthening. The day your gifts activate is like race day. But the training has been going on quietly behind the scenes, building your strength without you even realizing it. Being ready means you are growing in faith, resilience, and trust in Allah's plan. It means you are willing to let go of old fears and embrace the new, even if it feels uncertain. And yes, the activation of your gifts may bring challenges. Sometimes, the very things that bless us also push us out of our comfort zones. But these challenges are signs that your gifts are powerful and meant to change not just your life, but the lives of others. Ask yourself honestly, am I ready to receive what Allah has prepared for me? Am I willing to embrace change and step into the purpose I was created for? If the answer is yes, then you are already on the path to activation. And if the answer is no, don't worry. Readiness is a process, not a one-time event. With sincere prayer, reflection, and effort, you can grow closer to the moment your gifts fully activate. Remember, readiness is about balance. A balance between excitement and patience, between courage and humility, and between faith and action. But, chosen one, if you felt this stirring in your heart, trust that it's real. Trust that the gifts within you are beginning to shine through the cracks of your past struggles and the shadows of your doubts. These gifts are not just for you. They are for the people who will be touched by your light, your kindness, and your faith. Your activation is part of a greater plan, a divine design that is unfolding in perfect timing. Keep nurturing your soul. Seek knowledge. Make sincere dua. Surround yourself with positivity and support. These actions prepare the soil where your gifts will grow strong and beautiful. And remember, activation is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate each small step, each new insight, and every moment of growth. Your readiness is the signal that your time has come. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart. Recognizing the signs that show you are ready for the gifts activating in your life is essential. Often, these signs come quietly, almost like whispers from your soul, but they carry powerful messages if you pay close attention. One of the clearest signs is increased patience during trials. When challenges come your way, whether in your personal life, family, or faith,
You may find that instead of reacting hastily or with frustration, you are able to hold your calm and trust in Allah's wisdom. This patience is a sign that your inner strength is growing, preparing you to handle the responsibilities that come with your gifts. Another sign is a deeper sense of peace amid chaos. Life can be unpredictable, full of ups and downs. But if you notice moments where, despite the noise around you, your heart feels steady and calm, this is a sign your soul is aligning with the light of Allah. This peace is a foundation for your gifts to flourish. You may also find that your desire for knowledge is growing stronger. Perhaps you are drawn to learn more about the Quran, Hadith, or Islamic teachings. You might be seeking the company of people who inspire you spiritually, or turning to books and lectures with increased enthusiasm. This hunger for knowledge is a clear indicator of readiness. Gifts often activate when the seeker is eager to learn and grow. Sometimes, signs come in the form of a stronger connection in your prayers. Maybe you find your dua becoming more heartfelt, your gratitude more sincere, or your moments of worship more focused. These spiritual awakenings are gentle reminders that your relationship with Allah is deepening, a crucial step before receiving greater blessings. A less obvious but equally important sign is the willingness to forgive and let go of grudges. Holding on to anger and resentment blocks the flow of blessings. Here's a little humor to help you relate. It's like your spiritual phone just found the strongest Wi-Fi signal. Suddenly, everything loads faster, clearer, and you're connected like never before. Are you noticing these signs in your life? If so, that's a powerful confirmation that your gifts are preparing to activate. But what if you don't see these signs clearly? Don't worry. Readiness is not a checklist, but a process unique to each soul. Some signs might be hidden or slow to emerge, especially if life has been full of distractions or difficulties. In that case, start by inviting awareness into your daily life. Pause for moments of reflection. Ask yourself, where am I growing? Where am I stuck? This honesty will open doors to growth and readiness. Remember, the gifts you are about to receive are not just for your benefit, but to help others. As your gifts activate, you will find yourself becoming a source of light and guidance for those around you. So be alert to the signs. Trust your inner feelings. Listen to your heart's whispers. Because the moment you recognize these signs, you will feel a surge of confidence and hope. A clear indication that your gifts are indeed activating. The moment your gifts begin to activate is a profound turning point in your life. But receiving these blessings fully requires more than just waiting for them to appear. It demands preparation, an inner readiness that comes from sincere effort and spiritual openness. Just as a seed does not simply grow by being planted, but needs water, sunlight, and nurturing. Your soul needs careful tending to welcome the gifts Allah is ready to bestow upon you. Preparing yourself means embracing patience, humility, and a deep commitment to purification. It calls for cleansing the heart from negativity, doubt, and distractions that can cloud your vision and block the flow of divine blessings. You may already feel the stirring of change within, but to truly receive, you must create space inside yourself where these gifts can take root and flourish. This space is carved through consistent prayer, reflection, and seeking knowledge. It is in these acts that your heart becomes fertile ground for growth. Recognize that preparing for your gifts is not a passive waiting game, but an active pursuit. It means waking up each day with the intention to draw closer to Allah, to learn something new about your faith, and to embody kindness and service in your daily interactions. True preparation involves honesty with yourself, admitting where you have fallen short and asking for strength to improve. It means letting go of pride and embracing gratitude for what you already have. This gratitude opens the doors wider than any effort alone. Sometimes the greatest preparation is surrendering control and trusting that Allah's timing is perfect, even when it feels uncertain. This trust softens the heart and invites peace, which is essential for your gifts to mature. Consider how the strongest trees in a forest grow tall, not in isolation, but by weathering storms and drawing nutrients from the earth around them. Likewise, your spiritual growth is nourished by both challenges and support. Seek the company of those who uplift you, who remind you of your purpose, and who inspire you to remain steadfast. Surrounding yourself with positivity creates an environment where your gifts can activate without fear of being stifled or diminished. As your heart opens, you will notice changes in your perception. What once seemed trivial will gain meaning, and trials will become opportunities to develop resilience. Don't be discouraged if preparation feels difficult or slow. Growth is often invisible, like the roots of a tree deep beneath the soil. Your efforts today may not bear visible fruit immediately, but they are setting the foundation for lasting transformation. When doubts arise, remember that every great blessing in history has been preceded by patience and perseverance. The gifts you are about to receive are worth the wait and worth the work. Moreover, preparing yourself means guarding your intentions. Gifts that come without sincerity and a pure heart may lead to pride or misuse. The activation of your gifts is meant to serve a higher purpose, to uplift you and those around you, to be a source of light in dark times. So, cultivate intentions rooted in humility and a desire to benefit others. This mindset will allow your gifts to flourish in ways that bless not only your life but the wider community. The process of preparation will also reveal new dimensions of yourself. You will discover strengths you never knew you had and confront fears you thought you had left behind. This unveiling can be unsettling, but it is necessary. Embrace it as part of the awakening that comes with your gifts activating. Each step toward preparation brings you closer to your true self, the self Allah has chosen to carry these blessings. As your gifts begin to fully activate, you will feel a sense of alignment, a harmony between your inner world and the divine plan for your life. This alignment brings peace that surpasses understanding and a renewed sense of purpose that drives you forward even when the path is unclear. You will find yourself drawn to actions and relationships that nurture your spirit and deepen your faith. Remember that the activation of your gifts is a sacred journey. It calls for reverence, patience, and courage. There will be moments of uncertainty, but those moments are part of the process. The gifts you receive will grow stronger through your persistence and sincere devotion. So embrace this time of preparation with an open heart. Know that every prayer you offer, every moment you spend seeking knowledge, and every act of kindness you perform is a vital part of making your soul ready. The gifts are already stirring within you, waiting for your readiness to fully awaken them. You've come a long way. Not just through this video, but through the invisible chapters of your life that led you to this very moment. And if you're still here, listening, feeling, reflecting, then understand this clearly. You were always meant to hear these words, as this message found you because you were finally still enough to receive it. And now you cannot unknow what has awakened in you. The gifts that were once buried under doubt and delay have begun to rise. The light within you is no longer waiting for permission to shine. It has started to stretch, to grow, to breathe, because you are ready now. But this is not the end of your journey. In fact, this is just the beginning. The beginning of a chapter where your life will no longer be shaped by randomness or emotional impulse, but by divine intention. Your gifts are now activated, and that means everything you do next matters. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way you treat others, all of it is now part of your purpose. You are not just living for yourself anymore. You are carrying something sacred within you, something meant to heal, to inspire, to guide. There will still be days when you feel uncertain. There will still be nights when the silence returns. But this time, you will not be afraid. You've seen enough to know that silence does not mean absence. Waiting does not mean punishment. And even the darkest valleys carry the scent of growth. Your vision is clearer now. Your pace is slower, more deliberate. You no longer rush to catch up to people who were never meant to walk your path. You understand now that alignment is more important than attention, that purpose is more powerful than popularity, that peace is more valuable than noise. You've stopped apologizing for your growth. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You've realized that your gifts were not given to be hidden under layers of fear and doubt. They were given to serve, to elevate, to light the way for others who are still searching. And when you walk in your gift, you walk in obedience to the one who placed it inside you. So what now? Now you protect this light. You water your gift with remembrance, with gratitude, with acts of goodness. You distance yourself from what dulls your spirit. You stop making room for distractions disguised as opportunities. And you keep listening, not just to the world but to your soul, because it has a language of its own. And when it speaks, it's no longer speaking from confusion, but from clarity. And now, my dear brother or sister, as I promised in the beginning, I close with a prayer, one that comes from the depths of my heart, made sincerely for you. May the one who created you in excellence awaken every gift inside of you that has been waiting patiently in silence. May he purify your heart from anything that blocks your light. May he replace your doubt with certainty, your fear with faith, your heaviness with peace. May he protect you from the noise of this world and keep you firm on the path that leads only to him. May every step you take be guided by his wisdom. May every word you speak be rooted in sincerity. And may every trial you face become the very ground where your gift grows stronger. May you be a vessel of mercy, a light in the darkness, and a source of comfort for others. Not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Willing to serve, willing to rise, willing to reflect the grace that has been written for you since before you were born. And finally, may the activation of your gifts mark the beginning of the most beautiful season of your life, one where you are no longer chasing what is already yours, but receiving what has always been waiting for you. Amen.